Hello, baseball fans. This is Anthony with BBSN, and we are ready to start part 5 of our Battle of the Ages series between Aaron Judge and Reggie Jackson. Excuse me. And in this edition, they both begin their journey through the 1977 American League pitching staffs. Today, they will be facing the Orioles, Red Sox, Angels, and White Sox staffs. And going into the 1977 swing of this contest, Judge still holds a fairly decisive lead. The three categories we're looking at are home runs, batting average, and on-base percentage. Home runs, Judge holds a 26-18 lead, which at the halfway point puts him on pace for 52, which is what he got last year. Average is 276 to 203. Reggie's struggling to get hits against a lot of the staffs from the 2017 American League teams. And on base percentage, Judge has 4 more walks than Reggie and an OBP of 393 compared to 322 for Jackson. Strikeouts is all Jackson at this point, 105 to 89, and Reggie on pace to surpass 200, having a less than stellar performance in that particular category. And in fact, the only category really besides strikeouts that Reggie leads in are doubles, and he does have 4 more at bats, which really aren't that relevant. So, in today's version of this series, excuse me, for Baltimore, they'll be facing Jim Palmer, Rudy May, Mike Flanagan, and Ross Grimsley and Dennis Martinez. So we will get started right away. And Judge went first against the 2017 staffs, so we will let Reggie go first against the 1977 staffs. And with that, first up, Jackson against Palmer. And a righty-lefty matchup. Let's roll. 4 and a 7 against the left-hander is going to be a strikeout. So Reggie starts things in 1977, much as he did in 2017 with a K. 6 and an 8 is going to be a walk. And 1-5 against the right-hander will be another walk. 3 and a 7, and that'll be a ground out. And final plate appearance against Palmer will be a 6-6, and a lefty will be a split chance, skinny single, and Reggie does not. That's a line out. So 0 for 3 against Palmer, and Aaron Judge will now take his hacks against the Baltimore ace. 4 and a 6, righty-righty matchup is going to be a ground out. 1-8, and that's going to be a home run. So Judge back deep and out of here. First home run for the 1977 version of our tour. And 6 and a 5 will be a split chance home run again. And Judge does not, but he gets a double. Third plate appearance, 1 and an 8, and another home run by Judge. So Judge taking it to Jim Palmer here, and 5-6, and that's going to be a strikeout. But Judge 3 for 5 against Jim Palmer, and that is probably as good as you're going to get against him. So he continues to dominate this series, getting off to a quick start, and Rudy May up against Jackson, lefty-lefty matchup in this one. And 3-3, that'll be a walk for Reg. Reg does have 3 walks. 6 and a 5, and that will be a fly out. Plate appearance 3. 3 and a 6, another walk for Reggie. 4-6, and that's going to be yet another walk. So final PA against May. Reggie 3 walks, still looking for his first hit, and 4 and an 8, he's going to get a hit. Split chance, and 9 will be a single. So Reggie, a successful series against Rudy May. Aaron Judge next. And 6-9 against the right-hander. That will be a split chance single, and Judge gets it. Ay, ay, ay. My dice rolling. 3 and a 6. And against the lefty, that'll be a strikeout. So Judge's second K. Reggie's only struck out once thus far. 5 and an 8. And May against the right-hander pops him up. Plate appearance 4. 6-8. And that'll be a walk. Judge's first. And final plate appearance against May for Judge is a 2 and a 5. And against the righty, that'll be a ground out. So Reg still looking for his first hit as we enter, or as the third starter for the Orioles enters, Mike Flanagan. And here is another lefty-lefty matchup for Reggie. 5-11, and that is going to be a ballpark single. And Mr. Prepared does not have his 1977 ballpark. I apologize. All right, for Baltimore, 1977 ballpark singles. It's going to need to be a 1. Nope. 6-5, that'll be a ground out to shortstop X, and all we care about is them getting to it. And they do. Two and a 10, and that's going to be a real skinny chance for a home run. Instead, he gets a double, Reggie's second hit. And final PA against Flanagan is a 6-6, and it's a ground out to second base. Aaron Judge's turn. And 1 and a 7, and that's going to be a walk for Judge, his second against the Orioles. 5 and a 7 for Flanagan will be a strikeout. So one thing Reggie is doing, not doing against the Orioles at least, is striking out. 6-10, and that's going to be a ground out. 5-2, and that is a skinny home, well, that's about a split home run chance, and Judge takes Flanagan deep. And final PA against Flanagan for Judge is a 3-7 and another walk. So that brings up Ross Grimsley, also hurled for the Expos back in the day. And yet another lefty-lefty matchup for Reggie. And 1 and a 10 will be a strikeout. Jackson's second against the O's. 6-8, and that's going to be a split chance. Jackson with a double. Third plate appearance is a 6-5. That'll be a ground out to second base. Plate appearance 4 is a 3 and a 4, and that's going to be a ground out. And final plate appearance for Reg is a 5-10, and that's going to be a ballpark single chance. But again, needs to be a 1, and it's a 14, no dice. Aaron Judge's turn. And 3-8 against the lefty, and that will be a walk. So Judge continues to draw a fair amount of walks. 4 and an 8, and that'll be ground out to second base. 3-9, and that's going to be a strikeout. Let me just flip this around. I've got kind of a lip on the top to that dice keep escaping to. PA 4 against Grimsley for Judge is a 4-8. ground out to second base, and final PA. A 3 and a 5 against the lefty, struck him out. So 5 strikeouts thus far for Judge against the O's. Reggie has made contact at least. He only has 2. And Dennis Martinez will be the final hurler in the Orioles rotation that they will face. And here we go. And this is a righty-lefty matchup for Jackson. And 1 and a 12, and that is going to be a ballpark home run chance. And Baltimore needs to be a 1 to 9, and Reggie misses it, flies out instead. 3-3, and that's going to be a fly out to right field. 5-4, be a ground ball to, or fly out center field X. And 4. All right, that was an error. So it does not count, obviously, as a hit. 4 and a 10. And that will be a catcher X. And good there. And final PA for Reggie against Martinez. It's going to be a 3-3 against the righty, and that's a flyout. So Reg, not having the luck he hoped against the right-hander. Righty-righty matchup, Judge Martinez, 2 and a 3. And that is going to be a ground ball to first base. Again, I don't use the hollow triangles. 6 and a 10. And 6-10 will be a fly out to right field. 5-8 will be a ground ball to third. 3 and a 9 struck him out. 6 for Judge, and last PA against the O's is a 1 and a 12, and Judge deep to left field. Is it gone? It is not. Caught on the warning track, so a long loud out. And that completes the Orioles. So let's quickly add up our stats here. All right, Judge had 4 walks, so he had 21 at bats. Had 5 hits, 3 of them went out of the yard, so 5 for 21, 4 walks, and 6 strikeouts for Judge. Reggie, once again lagging there. He went 3 for 20 with 5 walks and 2 strikeouts, so an improvement in the strikeout category. But did not do much to make up ground with hits, and Red Sox are next. And in Boston, the ballpark singles for a lefty are 119, 1 to 16 for a righty. Home runs 117 for a lefty and 1 to 20 for a righty. So that definitely favors Judge, though both hitters should find Fenway a welcome respite from some of the parks they've been hitting in. With that, we are ready to go. Luis Tiant, El Capitan, and Reggie, righty-lefty matchup, 5 and a 10. Will be on the catcher's card. And 2, he's out. 3 and a 5, Reggie struck him out. So first strikeout for Jackson against the Red Sox. 6-10, and that'll be another strikeout. And 6-8 pops him out to second base. And final PA for Reg is a 1 and an 8, and that's going to be a walk. So not much doing for Reggie against Luis Tiant. Aaron Judge up now. 4 and an 8, righty-righty matchup, and that's going to be a single to center field. 1-6, and that is a potential ballpark home run, and it's, well, 1 to 20. We don't even need to roll it. So Judge takes Tiant deep over the green monster. PA 3 is a 4 and 11, and that's going to be a ballpark single. And again, 1-16 for the righty. Gets it, so Judge, 3 for 3 thus far. Tiant pitch. 6-7 and ground ball to second base X. And 4 gets to it. And final PA for Judge against Tiant is a 1-9, and don't even give that a second look. It is gone. So Judge, 4 for 5 against Tiant, 2 left the yard. And he is definitely finding favor here in Fenway. So next up for the Red Sox will be Reggie Cleveland and Jackson in the deep hole already against the Sox. And this is a lefty-righty matchup. 1 and a 5 for Reg is a walk. Reggie's drawing his share of walks, but that's not going to really help him right now. He needs to get some long balls going. 3 and a 9, struck him out. Third strikeout for Reg against the Sox. 6-6, and against the lefty, that's a ground out to second base. 6-9, and that is going to be a potential home run, split chance. Can Reggie get his first? Gosh darn it. In the box. And he cannot, but he'll settle for a double. Okay, 4 is a 3 and a 4. That'll be a ground out to first base. And final plate appearance for Reg is a 3 and a 7, ground out to second base. So Judge is up next. I need to get some bigger dice or something. I don't know what my deal is with dice today. Righty-righty matchup, 6 and an 8, and that is going to be a split chance. The dice just smile on Aaron Judge. That's a single. So he's on a tear against the Sox. Hopefully he does that to them in real life this year. 1 and 11, and that's going to be a home run. No need to even roll the 1-die-20. So Judge, loving Fenway thus far, 6 and a 10. And that's a fly ball to center field, X. And 2. Double. 2 and a 3, and that's going to be a ground out. Final PA against Reggie Cleveland is a 4-9, and that is going to be a split chance single, and he gets it. So Judge is en fuego right now against the Sox. 2 pitchers into the rotation. He already has 3 home runs and 8 total hits, and Fergie Jenkins will be next on the mound. It's a matchup I'm looking forward to seeing, Fergie against these two. Let's start it. Righty-lefty matchup here, a 4 and a 4. Catcher's X card. And a 4 will be a pop-out. 4-9, and that's going to be a single for Jackson. 4-7, and that is a skinny single chance. And he gets it, Reggie. The dice finally smile on him. Look at that. 2 and a 12. And that is going to be a fly out center field. And final PA against Fergie is a 1 and a 12, and that is a ballpark home run. And for the left-hander, it is 1-17 here in Fenway. Reggie's got to get that right. He does. So he finishes his at-bats against Fergie in style with a blast. Judge up now, righty-righty matchup, 3-11. Judge hit by pitch. Doesn't happen for a while. 4 and a 6, and that'll be a fly out. 4 and a 9, that will be a single chance, and Judge comes through. PA 4, 5-11, and that's going to be a fly ball to right field X. And 6 gets to it. Final PA against Fergie is a 6-11, and that's a fly out to center field. So Reggie, he comes out a little bit ahead there against Ferguson Jenkins, but still already making that hole he's in deeper here in our first swing through 1977 staffs. Rick Wise up to face Reggie, and righty-lefty matchup again. 6 and an 8, that's going to be a ground ball to second base X, and 1. That'll be a single. 2-4 against the right-hander, and that's a ground out. 3-8, strikeout. Reggie's 4th against the Sox. And 5-10, and that is a ballpark single. And left-handers 1-19, so he should get that. He does. Next up, Reggie 2 and a 9 against the right-hander, and that is a potential deep fly. 1-17, Reggie deep and gone. His second home run against the Sox. Final PA against Wise is a 6 and a 9, and that will be a fly out. Reggie making a little bit of noise here, but Judge, and both guys handling the Sox staff fairly well here. Righty-righty matchup, 3 and 11, and Judge hit by a pitch again, second time. So that animosity that exists now is obviously very apparent back then as well. 6 and a 10, and that's on the catcher's card. And 4, 3 pops him out. Plate appearance 3 is a 4 and an 8. Struck him out. Judge's first strikeout against the Red Sox, 5-11. And that is going to be a ballpark single. And right-handers, it's 1-16. Judge, no. Does not get that through. It becomes a line out instead. And final PA is a 6-6. And that's a single for Judge. So we are down to the final pitcher, and it is the spaceman, Bill Lee. He allegedly threw a new no-hitter under the influence of a psychedelic substance in the majors. Great guy in the community, though, and advocate for many things hippie-like. So Lee against Reggie, lefty-lefty matchup here, 5 and a 6, and that's a ground out. 2 and a 7, and Reggie, split chance there, triple home run, or triple double, sorry, and he gets the double. And your announcer needs a sip of water. If that was Harry Carey, it would be something else. 3 and an 8 for Reg against Lee is a strikeout. That's Reggie's 5th against the Sox, and 6-7. It's going to be a fly out to center field, and final PA against Lee is a 6 and an 8, and that's a ground ball down to second base. So Reggie's done, and Judge will only widen his lead when all is said and done here against the Sox, no matter what he does now. 1 and an 8 against the lefty is a potential home run. And Judge, he's going to get a triple out of it. That is only the third triple period, all by Judge so far in this contest. 5 and a 2, and that's a fly ball to left field. And that's going to be an out, runs it down. 5-9, and ground ball, that's a single actually, sorry. So the hit parade continues for Judge, and 4-10, catcher's X card. Be an out, and final PA against the spaceman is a 4 and an 8, and that's a ground out shortstop. So we are done with the Bo Sox. Let's tally things up there real quick. And the matchup I've been looking forward to the most is coming up next. But Judge actually did not draw a single walk against the Red Sox. He was hit by a pitch twice. But he did get 12 hits, so 12 for 23. a double, a triple, 3 long balls, 7 singles, and only struck out once, and again hit by 2 pitches. Reggie, he didn't fare that badly himself, not in Judge's level, but he went 8 for 23. A couple of doubles, 2 home runs, walked twice, and struck out 5 times. So, I'd say overall a resounding success for the Yankees against their hated rivals. And no matter what area you're in, that's a good thing if you're me. So next up, the California Angels, and probably one of the better 1-2 duos for a few years in the 70s. Atop the rotation anyway, and that's Nolan Ryan and Frank Tanana. And looking forward to this. The King of Ks against 2 guys who K a lot, Judge and Jackson, righty-lefty. Here we go. Or, yeah, Jackson and Ryan, sorry. 3 and a 10 against a righty, and that's a fly ball to center field. A 3 and a 6 is a walk. So it does not at all surprise me to see that come up against Ryan either. A 1 and a 5 and another walk. 2-12, and that is going to be a fly out to center field. And final PA is a 3-5, and there we go, struck him out. So Reg 0 for 3 against Nolan, does get a couple of walks though, struck out once. And the flamethrower gets ready to face Judge for the first time ever. And 2 and 11, and that's going to be a ground ball down to second base. Ryan hoping to get it on his card, 6 and a 4, but that's a single. And be careful what you wish for. Judge with a base hit. 1 and an 8, and Judge takes Nolan Ryan deep. 7 rows deep into the bleachers. 1 and a 9, and he is going to do it again. Back-to-back jack for Judge against Ryan. And Ryan has not gotten one past him yet. Final plate appearance is a 4-7, and there you go, struck him out. So Ryan comes back to save a little bit of face there. And next up will be Faultless Frank Tanana, a nickname he gave himself back in the day. A good pitcher and an awesome 1970s unibrow, if you've ever seen pictures of him. So lefty-lefty Reggie against Frank, and 1 and a 7 struck him out. So let's see if Tanana gets on the K train. Ryan got 1 apiece against these guys. 4 and a 9, and that's going to be a strikeout. 110, strikeout. 3-6, and that's going to be a walk. And final PA is a 2 and a 9, and that's going to be a ballpark home run shot. And here in lovely Anaheim against lefties, it is not a hitter's ballpark. Needed a 2, does not get it. So Tanana fans Jackson 3 times, walks him once, and then gets a loud out to end it. And again, I fumble the dice. All right, Aaron Judge steps in now to see what he can do against the left-hander. And 3 and a 9, and Judge starts out like Reggie with a strikeout. 2-6, and it's going to be a walk. Judge is first against the Angels. 5-8 against the righty. That's going to be a ground ball down to second base. Gets to it. 2-10. And that's going to be a split chance single, and does not happen. Ground out. Final PA against Tanana for Judge is a 3-6. Struck him out. So Faultless Frank has his way with the big Yankee sluggers. And next up for the Angels comes Ken Brett. And another lefty-lefty matchup for Jackson. Seen a few of those so far in 1977. And 2 and a 5 for Reg, and that's going to be a ballpark home run shot. And Anaheim again needs to be a 1 or a 2. Not happening. So Reggie with a couple allowed outs. He has not gone deep yet. 6 and a 5, and that is going to be a split chance home run. Does Reggie have a lucky die? He does. Jackson over the right field wall for his first home run against the Angels. California Angels, not Anaheim. 6-6. And again, Jackson. It's going to be a single. Fourth plate appearance against Brett is a 2 and a 4. And that's going to be a ground out to second base. Final PA for Reg is a 6-7. And possible single. And does not get that. So the dice smiled briefly on Reggie for that series of at-bats. And then went back to how they've been treating him through most of this contest. Judge up now to face the lefty. And 6 and an 8. Struck him out. Fourth strikeout for Judge against the Angels, 4 and a 7. And that is going to be a single. 3-9 against the Southpaw. That's going to be a strikeout for Judge, his fifth. 6-8, another strikeout. And final PA against Brett is a 6-11, and that's going to be a ballpark single. And it's 1-6 for the righty in Anaheim. Does not get to it. So Judge does not fare so well against the Brett boy with the pitching arm. And next brings Paul Hartzell to the mound for the Angels. And I would expect both of them to start having a little bit better luck against the final two pitchers in the Angels rotation, who are not up to snuff with the first three. And righty-lefty matchup here. This is a 5-6. And it's going to be a ground out. 3-4 for Reg, fly out. I'm sorry, ground out that last one. 1-5 for Reg will be a walk. Fourth PA is a 1 and a 9. And against the right-hander, that is a strikeout. And a 1-4, and that is a ballpark single chance. Also needs to be 1-6, and does not get that. So not having the success he had hoped for. Aaron Judge up next, righty-righty matchup. 1 and a 5, and that is a potential triple. And a single instead for Judge. It's his fifth hit against the Angels. 6-12, ground ball back to the pitcher, X, and gets that. That's a single. 6-6, and fly out to left field. 5-5, fly out to right field, and final PA is a 3-3, and that's going to be a ground out to first base. So Hartzell does not fare that poorly against the Yankee Sluggers, and the fifth pitcher in the Angels rotation, 1977, is Wayne Simpson. And righty-lefty matchup for Reggie. 6-6, and that's going to be a single for Reggie. It's only his third hit against the Angels. A 3-8, and it's going to be a strikeout. Jackson sixth. 1 and a 3, fly out. 6-8, and Reggie's really doing better off the opposing pitcher's cards. Double, triple split. That's going to be a double. And final PA against Simpson. Reggie, 3 and a 6, gets the walk. His fifth against the Angels. So Aaron Judge steps in now. Righty-righty matchup, 3-8. It's going to be a walk to start it off. His second. Judge has not been walking as much as he did against the 2017 staffs thus far anyway. 6 and a 7. Fly out to center field. A 1 and an 8, and we know what that one is. Bye-bye. And that is a home run. Judge's third against the Angels. 1-2 is a fly out to center field. And final plate appearance, 6-7. And that'll be a fly out to center field again. So the Angels are in the books. And let's do some quick bookkeeping here. So Judge went 7 for 23, 3 home runs, 2 walks, and 6 strikeouts against the Angels. Jackson went 4 for 20, double home run, 5 walks, and 6 strikeouts also. So next up is the White Sox, and that means the first player on the mound will be Steve Stone, and Wilbur Wood will be the final pitcher in this. I'm kind of excited to see the Knuckler go against these two also. So here we go, Stone-Jackson, righty-lefty matchup. And 3 and a 4, ground out. 6-10, catcher's X, pop out. 6-7, and that's going to be a split chance double, and Reggie gets the double. And again, continuing to do better on the pitcher's cards than he does on his own. 5-9. And that's going to be a fly out center field. And final plate appearance is a 6-9 and a fly out to left. Aaron Judge up against Stoney. And 3 and a 9, righty-righty matchup is a strikeout. So Judge with the whiff, 4-10. Fly out center field. 6-5, strikeout. 2-9, and that's going to be another strikeout. And final PA, so Stone dominating Judge here. That's a ground ball shortstop X, and 9, they will get to that. So Stone wipes his brow, satisfied with his performance, and Francisco Barrios up now. Barrios set to face Jackson, another righty-lefty matchup. And 3 and a 6, and it's going to be a walk for Reggie. These split matchups haven't really favored Jackson that much in this series. 6 and a 12, and that is going to be a single. 5-7 against the left-hander is a strikeout. 2 and a 12 for Reggie, fly out center field, and final plate appearance is a 2-7, and that's going to be a double for Reg. So not bad, I suppose. Aaron Judge up next. Barrios pitch, and righty-righty matchup 6-7. It's going to be a ground ball down to second base. And that's going to be through for a single. 4-8. It's going to be a split chance single, and Judge gets that. 2-11, ground out. 1-3, and that will be a ballpark single. And in Comiskey, ballpark single is 1-9, and Judge does not get that. Final plate appearance against Barrios is a 6-4, and that's going to be a ground ball to shortstop. And gets to it. So Barrios is done, and next up will be Ken Kravick. Kravick 11 and 8, 4.10 ERA in 1977. Jackson set to go, lefty-lefty matchup. Reggie actually seems to come out a little more favorably in these. 6-6 going to be a split chance double, and that is indeed a double for Reg. His third against the White Sox. A 3 and a 7, and split chance single there. Does not get it. Just missed that twice. 4 and a 7. And skinny single, split chance, does not get that. 5-5, ground ball to shortstop. And gets to it. Final plate appearance is a 3 and an 8, and strikes him out. All right, Judge set to go against Kravick, and 2 and a 3. 2 and a 3 against the left-hander is a walk. Judge is first against the Sox. 4-9, fly out center field. 6-11, ground out shortstop. 5-10, ground ball to shortstop, error chance, and 11 gets to it. And final plate appearance against Kravick is a 2 and a 7, and struck him out. So neither making a whole bunch of noise against the White Sox staff. Chris Knapp, 12 and 7, 4.80 ERA and 77 is up next. Number 4 in the White Sox rotation. Righty-lefty matchup for Reg. And 4-4. Catcher's X card. Nothing. 4 and an 8. And that's going to be a split single. Does not happen. 4-9. Strikeout. So Knapp keeping Reggie in his good column there. 1 and a 9, another strikeout. 1 on Reggie's card is not good. 4-8, back to Kravick's card, and that's going to be another split chance single. And again, Reggie just misses it. Aaron Judge up now, righty-righty. And 3-8, it's going to be a walk for Judge. 1-6, and that is going to be a potential ballpark home run. And in Comiskey for the right-handers, it is only 1-3, however. But Judge, he's had the dice this entire contest go his way. 1 and an 8, and no need to even check that one. 1 and a 9. Back to back to back, 3 straight shots for Judge, and 1 and a 6. Can he do it again? It is a ballpark, needs a 3, and Judge, 4 straight bombs against Chris Knapp, and that is a definite contest record. In fact, back to back was the best we had done prior to that, so Judge finding the power stroke against Knapp, and he'll have a string of 4 straight long balls going into his at-bat against Wilbur Wood, the knuckler. So Reggie, lefty-lefty matchup, knuckleball against power stroke. And 1 and an 8, and Reggie flails away and goes down swinging at that. 2 and a 9, and Reggie ballpark home run. So it's also 1-3 for lefties, and I can guarantee you Reggie doesn't get that friendly roll. Nope. Poor Reg. 1-3 is a ground out. 5 and 7 be a walk. Reggie has just not gotten the roll. It's the 1D20 hates him in this one. And 3 and a 9, he finishes against Wood with yet another strikeout. All right, but the man of the hour, Aaron Judge, on a tear. He has 4 straight home runs. Can he make it 5? Wilbur, the pitch. 6 and an 8, lefty-righty matchup, and it is not going to leave the yard, but could be a single. No. 5-8, and that's going to be a ground ball to shortstop, which is a put out. 1-7 for Judge against the southpaw is going to be a walk. 6-10, ground ball down to short. And 4, that's going to be an out. And final PA against Wilbur Wood for Judge is a 1 and an 8. And split chance, can he finish it with a bang? Yes, he can. So Aaron Judge goes yard 5 times against the Sox, including his final at bat against Wilbur Wood. And that's going to do her for part 5. I think for part 6, what we'll do is just do a marathon and go through the rest of the pitching staffs. And then after that, do a summary, a separate video with a summary, which I think I'll also, one vlog that I've been wanting to do for a little bit is a vlog about the death of Ed Delahanty, dead ball player, actually began his career in the 1800s and played through 1903 when he passed away as a result of a plunge into the Niagara River after being kicked off a train. So that will be the next 2, do one more part, like I said, a marathon, get through. There's 9 more teams to go here. in 1977. So we'll just knock them all out at once, probably take about an hour and a half, and then do a separate video after that with a summary. But if things continue as they have, I think it's pretty clear at this point who is going to be the winner of this contest, as he did nothing to hurt himself after facing 4 teams from 77. So final number against the White Sox, Judge went 7 for 22 with 5 home runs. Struck out 4 times, walked 3. Reggie, he went 4 for 23 against the Sox. Did draw a couple of walks, but struck out 6 times and had 3 doubles. So he does have that. But Judge, again, right now only adding on to his already significant lead. So that's it in our Battle of the Ages Part 5. We will be back with Part 6, the final run-through of American League staffs from 77. And until that time, keep rolling for the fences and have a good day. I'll see you.